What's up guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to do something pretty cool. We are going to add the intercooler to the engine or body or however you want to properly put it. So we're going to add that on here. This is one of the reasons why I put the engine in, so I can mock stuff up such as the intercooler. Because of the piping, you know, I got to route the piping properly, drill the hole over here in the right area. That way I can drop it down and I know how to place the intercooler properly. Then it'll come up through here. I gotta, you know, make this hole slightly bigger because the piping is pretty big. And then come up to the intake. So I'm gonna start putting it on. The way I'm gonna secure the intercooler is with these. These are the original pieces that were up front. They were welded on top, and on the bottom they had a screw right there. So I think what I'm gonna do, instead of welding it, just in case I have to take them off one day for whatever reason, I'm gonna drill one hole, two holes, and put two screws right here with a nut on the other side. That way this can be taken off whenever I need, and it'll be nicely and secure. That way it'll, let's see if I can balance this. I can put the intercooler on and use one of these screws or this screw, or even drill a new hole so I can hold the intercooler in place with these holes right here. So yeah, I'm gonna get started drilling the holes. This is a cxracing intercooler for a 240SX, and it's made for the 2JZ swap. So I went on cxracing, I bought this intercooler. You know, the thickness is alright. It is dense, it's pretty heavy. You can see right in here, right in there, I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? I guess it looks pretty good. I read online, you know, pros and cons of this. Some people lost a lot of PSI from the turbo to the intake. A lot of people had some major PSI drops. Other people says it's fine. I think the ones with the major PSI drops are the older cxracing intercoolers. This one is new, being, you know, I bought it in the end of 2018. Yeah, I know, I've had it a while. So I think it'll be fine. I did also read people doing, like, beating world records and stuff like that, 1,000+ horses with these kits. So I think it's gonna be alright. Check it out. Got them on. See that? The two nut and bolts, they're on there. Well, they didn't fully tighten them, but the top part's nice and tight. And if I put on the intercooler, those two little nubs on top should line up with these things. And to make the brackets, cxracing sent this aluminum piece. Well, I'm not exactly sure why or what this is for, but I'm gonna make, I'm gonna use it. These little slots right here, these two slots, it's got two on the bottom. So I'm gonna chop it somewhere around here and chop it here, like halfway through. That way I can bend it. And then I'll aluminum weld it nice and strong. That way it gives me like an L with these two slits. And that L should line up with here. And then, you know, like boop boop, you know that, like what, right? And then I can put these bolts on and bolts on to that intercooler. All right guys, so check it out. I had to shut the door because what I'm about to do is really loud and I don't want to disturb the neighbors. Yeah, I know this car is going to be really loud and disturb the neighbors, but that's later on, you know, let's not worry about those minor details. So before putting the intercooler and mocking it on, I have to know the height. And in order to know the height, I have to know where my pre-bent pipework is going to go. Now, if I went with custom pipework, like if I had my own bends and I was going to weld them all up, it wouldn't really matter. I would just put my intercooler on as high as it can go so it doesn't scrape on the floor, and then mock on the pipework to see what direction I want to go. But since I have the kit, I want to put these pipes on and see exactly where it lines up so I can line up with the intercooler. So I had this on, it went like so, similar to that, and then right, so I can see about where it's gonna go. So I'm gonna take this little guy off. I already marked it right there. Put her there. And grab this monster and drill a hole. Alright, as you can see, I was a little bit busy. Drill the hole, put in a little bit of the pipe work. I think that's the right pipe to put there, and not 100% sure. until I mocked that on. But you can see this hole, I was a little off. It was a little tough to measure, but it's alright. And then I am still going to clean this area up and paint it. And then this, I don't want to leave it like a hard edge. So what I did, I got this edge trim. Usually people put it on doors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to put it around that circle to give it a nice, clean, finished look. Now I'm going to see if I can mock the intercooler. I'm going to bring it up so I can start taking a look at where it goes and how to cut that, how to make a bracket for it. Here we go. Piping is on. That one's a little bit low just because of the weight, but it's going to be around that height. I put the intake side, I chopped a little bit, might have to chop a little bit more right there. This side's looking alright when it's lifted. And I mocked up the intercooler right when it's even with this one. The top of that is right around here, so I'm probably going to use this bolt hole right here. Oh man, look at that. I gotta see if I can get that out. So I want to use this bolt hole. If this one doesn't work, I'll just like drill another one lower or higher, whatever. You know, so I'm gonna use this one. So I'm gonna go over here, get this fat piece of aluminum, chop it right here, and then I'm gonna chop a little bit right here, you know, so I can bend it, and then I'll aluminum weld it, and I can use that as a bracket to hold the intercooler. Are you guys ready for this? It looks so good. I got really excited. I know I was supposed to show you guys like the step-by-step, but I just wanted to get it done, and filming does get in the way. But let me just give you a little recap while I show you. Look at it. Intercooler with the radiator in the back. I have all the pipe work mocked up. Over here, I do have to trim this way a little bit more. This isn't fully on. You can see it's coming off, barely on. So I got to trim this way. It's okay. I'll just, you know, weld up this area with a piece of metal just to make it look round and clean. This one isn't too bad. I can weld this area up a little bit as well. Again, make it look nice and clean. But the pipe work is on. It is looking good. Now, I tried putting on the radiator, but it doesn't go all the way back. In here, it's hitting these screws on the bottom, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to chop these screws, make them shorter, so the radiator can fit under them. That's the only thing that's stopping the radiator. And then the intercooler is on there nice and tight. This worked out perfectly. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna round these edges off because, you know, these sharp edges just don't look good. Look, even here, rounded. So I'm gonna round these edges off, take this back off, and I still have to aluminum weld back here to make it nice and strong. There it is. It's cooling off. Hopefully I did it right. I mean, I'm no professional aluminum welder, but it's looking pretty strong. I'm gonna go cool it off, probably put it under some water, and then I'm gonna hit it with a hammer to see if it's actually on there pretty solid. Can't find the hammer, so let's just hit it with this. Heavy enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's on there. Yep, didn't open up or anything, still on its 90. Alright, so I'm gonna clean it up with the grinder, just so it's nice and smooth looking. Like I said, round these off, just so it looks factory, and hop over to the other one. Now this, right here, is the definition of badass. If you guys agree, if you guys are cool, and you agree that this is badass, make sure you hashtag badass in the comments below, because I think this is freaking awesome. I rounded these off, so it looks a little bit better. Welded them in the back, see they're thicker, they're strong, but it is looking good. All the hoses are working. Like I said, I just gotta clean this up a little bit, so this hose can come in just a tad. But other than that, we are done. See, the intercooler wasn't as bad to put on as I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a lot more customization for this, but you know, the pipe work that CX Racing sent fit really nice, really clean. Just measuring out where the holes are to be cut, that's on the skill of the fabricator. I mean, I've never done this before, so my skills down low. But I'm doing it, I'm getting it, it's looking good. Shout out to CX Racing for making an awesome kit. Thanks for all your help, the guys on IG and Instagram. You know, throughout this build, some people threw in their comments and stuff like that, and things I didn't know I would ask, and you guys would always answer. You guys are awesome, so you guys are the ones that helped me put this together. You know, I did a lot of reading on forums, and you guys did a lot of answering my questions. So, there we go. I am done with the intercooler. Thanks again, guys, for sticking around and watching. Remember, go down and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the post notifications so you know when another video is coming out. So once again, shout out to everyone, thank you so much, and remember, always work hard, stay humble.